This should be like in the blooper part. I'll leave it. Sailor Moon. Here, my bracelets. Sailor Moon. Whoa, that's intense. Hola, bienvenidos. I'm Lunica, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys aren't familiar, I'm Lunica. I love to review anime figures and a bunch of stuff that I simply just collect. Hi guys, welcome back. This is a very special video. This is Super Sailor Moon. This was done by Moon Glow Studios, 18 plus. It's called Sailor Moon JK Statue Deluxe version. But she's actually Super Sailor Moon, but they just put Sailor Moon, so go figure. I actually got mine in Sugo Toys on June 27 of 2021. Time flies, you guys. Time simply flies. So let's start with the packaging. The packaging is large and it's pink. It has her logo. It has Sailor Moon's actual silhouette of the figure itself, and it has her brooch in the back. So guys, let's start off. Actually, when I opened the packaging for the first time and I just opened it up, I can smell the paint. It was so pungent, like really, really pungent. So it was like right in my face when I opened it up. It's really cool. So let's start off with the base. The base is black, not my favorite color, but it is black, and it has these Sakura petals. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love that. And it has the logo of Sailor Moon in the very front of her name, Super Sailor Moon S, for that season of Super Sailor Moon. Love it. And in the bottom of the base, which is really pretty, it actually has a drawn Sailor Moon. I've seen this artwork before. It's actually like official artwork of Sailor Moon, so I've seen it in like drawn in color, so it's really nice to see. I thought it was really cool. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Super cool. And this following piece here is actually the certificate of the figure itself from, oh my goodness, so it has like a little stand, a little transparent stand, and it has, oh my god, look, it's so pretty. I love it. Has that very nice shine, and I have number 47 out of 228. So that's pretty cool. Another number added to the Sailor Moon collection, or just like collection overall, that I have numbers. I love the stand. It's very simple, very to the point. I never imagined they would use her brooch to do that, but they did, and I really like that idea. I thought it was something genuine and very cute. So the following item I have here is actually Sailor Moon's torso and her legs. Oh my god, you guys, that was so, it was a little bit intimidating taking it out once I was doing that. Once it was, you know, just taking it out slowly. This is a resin figure, so you take things out nice and slow so you don't bust anything. So she has her transparent ribbon flowing down, and that was so sensitive, I had to cut. And now we're moving forward to the actual figure itself, so you guys can see the magnet on each arm, and I did a nice close-up for you guys to see the color of the uniform of her Sailor Scout uniform. And it's interesting because when I filmed it, it looks so white and nice, but in person it has like these darker blue shades on her actual like uniform of her scout as a Sailor Scout. But the only thing I do wish for this figure that they did a little bit more, like, I guess it's just more the color palette to be accurate to the character 100%. Now that it's wrong, the color palette isn't wrong. I just wish that the blue tones of her uniform were actually darker. I know they added some like highlights to the skirt, which was very cute. I love that. It's not like a bad thing. I do like some highlights. It gives some definition, but I really would have liked that they personally would have made her blue tones, like for her skirt and her top of her sailor outfit, a little bit darker, like the actual anime of the 90s. Like it's like a very dark blue, because like the figure itself is resembling the 90s anime style of Sailor Moon. I would have loved that. So let's go back to the transparent ribbon in her back, her huge bowl. It's so huge. It's like a bow, but like a bow with a very long like ribbon on the bottom. So I love that the flowing of the movement. I think it's beautiful. I love how chunky the bowl is. It's like a transparent pink, which is perfect. It's like really captured like it really captured the bowl. I really love that. It was really nice. And yes, I'm pointing at it here again, but there is the magnet. This is a resin figure, and like I said, a few years ago they started doing that with resin figures, and I think that was a great addition for them to start doing. So just things click on. They just go click and they click. I love her knees. Her knees were so nicely done. I was so impressed by that. And her skin tone, perfect. I loved it. It just looks amazing. So yeah, I would have loved to fix the blue for her blue skirt and her top, and I would have liked the white part to be more white instead of with the blue shading. So we're moving on to the next piece. So the next piece is actually her boots. Oh my god. So this was really fun to take out. So for the boots, I did a nice close-up. You guys can see here the coloring. So if you actually pay close attention, there's like a little speck, like not a speck, I'm sorry, like a little, like it wasn't fully painted well there. Like that's like and maybe like it made like an air bubble or something, so it just stayed. But there is that shine, that shimmer that it gives you the highlight effect again on the boots, just like they did with the skirts, but also on the boots. So the boots, instead of being actually white where her lining of the crescent moon is, it's actually this very metallic shiny silver. I would have liked it to be white. I mean, I get it because they want it to be very, I guess, sparkly and shiny, to just kind of sparkle. So like it's not a bad thing, and like I don't completely hate it, but I guess since we're going for the accurate colors, I would have liked it to be white. But it's okay. I think it still looks beautiful, and I love how shiny it looks. Very beautiful. So here I actually clicked it on so you guys can see it. So that one was not really more of a click on with the magnet, but it just happened to go in because it has like this little stick on the bottom, so you can pay close attention and just like carefully bring it in. On the left leg, that one's a little bit more tricky because I did have to like gently push it in, and it kind of made like this little marking on her leg of the silver paint. So I kind of rubbed it off and it came off, but I'm just kind of scared with over time how it might look. But overall, it's okay. So this next piece is actually the pink ribbon that surrounds her big brooch, her compact, like her heart brooch. So that, oh my goodness, that piece is a little bit intimidating, you guys. Like I saw it and I was like, oh my god, it's so detailed. And it still kind of blows my mind. Like the figure itself, I know it's resin, but this kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know if the material is actually resin. I think it might be, just like the rest of the figure is. But it was so like, it was done so well. It kind of threw me off. I couldn't tell if it was like a really nice PVC plastic, but I don't think so. It feels like resin. And I love that, again, it has like the Sakura petals flowing around. So you have that magical girl like movement going on, and I thought that was really great. I loved it. I love that. That was such a great detail. Yes, we have some highlights again in the ribbon, so you can see the toning of the pink, and it has like this fluorescent shimmer to it. So I kind of love that effect as well. That was really well thought of. They really went for it. I thought that was really a nice touch. Has that Sailor Moon vibe. So I love that. I really appreciate that magic they made there. So this next piece is actually the brooch itself. I love this brooch because it has the wings and it has like this royal crown on the top. I know it's not really a crown, but it has like, you know, what like the kings and queens would have back in the day, right in the very top of the crown, or the crown themselves actually look like that. But I love how I just love that design of Sailor Moon's like brooch, like one of her many magical brooches, but I really like this one as well. And I love the transparency of the brooch itself, where the pink part is. Oh my god, anything transparent, I'm telling you, I love it. Just like I did the card capture pudding, like the transparency, oh my god, on the pudding, I loved it. And this is just amazing. And it's like this metallic gold, where we're painting the metallic again. So we have the metallic silver on her boots, and then we have the metallic gold on the brooch, which suits it well because the brooch is like this metallic shiny gold thing. So this following piece is actually the Sakura Flower itself. There's 3 Sakuras, and I filmed each one. So there's this little green thing that's actually to help your figure stick. I didn't figure that out until now. My card captor Sakura one of the pudding actually brought it, but I didn't use it. But this one, I did use it for Super Sailor Moon, and each of the petals is colored in beautifully. There's some like peach tones, some yellow tones, some beautiful shading going in there. They did such a nice job for these Sakura flowers. I love that it's so like delicate, yet it's so So beautiful. So each of the 3 little flowers are they're just colored like I think there's like they must have been like spray painted because it's so nicely done. It doesn't look like it's been like a brush. It looks like it was literally, I'm sorry, not spray painted, airbrush. So it must have been airbrush each of these items to give that, you know, that life to these flowers. And I love that. Oh my God, they did such a great job. I love it. Airbrushes are pretty good. Like it's airbrushes, right? I think it's airbrush. Well, you guys know what I'm saying, but yeah. Oh, it actually had a little bit of like, mine had a little bit of like leftover, not completely finished. So the following piece is actually her left and her right hand. These were actually easy to take out and get them out of their wrapping paper. When I saw that they has like the little hole for the magnet to just click on her arm, which I really liked, like her elbow right there, so you can see that the shading, there's some shading of blue. Like I said, it's her torso, it's the same color of the gloves. You have white with shading, but I don't know why my camera, like, it captures it so nicely white, which I really wish it was like that in real life, but it's a little bit more actually blue. So that's, like I said, I wish that they would had changed that for the gloves and like anything that was just like white. So the following piece we have here is her actual like wand. So this is like a piece of the wand, which is interesting. I heard a lot of people on the media that they want to repaint the wand. They want to repaint the wand, and I'm guessing it's because of the orange tones they used. But there is some gold and there's like this metallic magenta going on, and I really love that. They really used like the metallic, like the shininess of paint, and it really does stand out, and I love that. Maybe I might paint it gold, but for now I'm not really in a hurry to paint my wand of Sailor Moon in a hurry, so it's just gonna stay that way. This must be like no, I'm gonna leave her wand that way. It's just gonna stay. Yeah, her kaleidoscope, I've been saying it wrong. And here are the following pieces that finish up the wand, which is the handle area and the handle of the handle. So you have like the thing, the circular motions. And here lastly, we have Sailor Moon's head itself. Okay, so when I held her head, that was more than concrete, that it was resin. When I held her head in my hands and I can feel the material, I was 100% sure it was resin. Like I held the, you know, like her body, like in the other pieces, but it kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe because it was so nicely polished and so smooth that I couldn't really like, oh, is it resin? But then I was like, yes, it is. But then I wasn't super sure. But when I held her head and I looked at like how it was done, I was like, this is a resin figure. This is 100% a resin figure. And I love her face. I love her profile. Like the side of her profile looks amazing. She has her little feathers on the top of her head. Amazing. So this next piece is actually her hair pieces. We have the one for the left and the right. And I love that they have like this little swirly effect to it. Like I said, she's like in motion and then she's getting ready to attack. So I love that. Yes. Okay. Her hair pieces, like her head and her hair pieces, they definitely felt 100% resin, like 100%. Like this is a resin figure. And I was just so thrilled. So here's a close-up of her odango. So you can see the details of the spaghetti hair we got going on. We have some swirls, we have some wiggles around going there, we have some nice definition in the hair that you can see some lines making out. I love that. Sailor Moon has like a lot of different hair colors. Like it's blonde, but you always have a little bit of different depending. So here I wanted to show you guys up close, and I'm going to say in Spanish as well, that the color of her hair is not the color on her scalp. Quise decir aquí, muy importante, que lo voy a traducir, que el cabello de ella, de la cabecita, no es el color de su cabello, del pelo de las motonetas. So guys, I'm gonna not lie to you guys. I think I will say it at the end of the video because I wanted to talk a little bit, but I actually got a little bit, no, just kidding. I actually got emotional and I did cry over my figure, but it was like happy, like tears, because I waited over a year for this. And I remember when I saw her, I was taking blood work and I made the order in the waiting room of like my blood work. And I was super excited because there has been recently a lot of like large scale Sailor Moon figures, but none of them really like like they came out and I thought they were all beautiful, but it wasn't enough to me. Like, I don't know, for some reason I didn't want to buy them. I wanted to wait for something that really caught my eye, and this Super Sailor Moon one did just that. And oh my god, you guys, I think she's stunning. When you put all the pieces together, no, I didn't film you guys, putting all the pieces together. I'm sorry about that. I do apologize, because it is a large figure, and since I was filming step by step of the items alone, I wanted you guys to actually have a close-up of how everything looked in detailed and how like the paint job looked and all that information, because I think that's super important when you're gonna review a figure or an item or whatever you're collecting, to get things really up close and personal. I've always been a person who likes things like very close, and I like to see every like itty bitty like detail. I really love that. So when I film stuff like this, I want you guys to have the same like view that I'm having. Like if I want to close up, like obviously I can close up because I have the figure and I can look at it, but to those who don't have it or are getting it and are waiting for it, they can have an idea already what that looks like. And I love sharing that with you guys because I think it's really cool what the camera can capture. But I really like giving you guys something very close so you guys can have an idea of what you're looking at, of the details that you're looking at. And with that being said, I think this figure is outstanding. I think she's beautiful. No, she's not 100% perfect in the sense that I did find some like not bleeding. There wasn't bleeding in my figure for paint, but I did find some like minor little like specks, or if like there was like an air bubble, it kind of looked like an air bubble because this looked like this was air sprayed by like the artist, whoever, like the people who had to do this figure. They must have air sprayed it step by step. And sometimes, you know, these figures are like, I would say like 90% perfect, because you are paying for what you want, of course, because it's a pricey, it's not a cheap figure, it is a pricey figure, but you are paying for quality, so you're expecting 100% the best. But we're living in a world that's everything is not perfect, so I don't always expect everything to be perfect because that's unrealistic. Nothing is perfect. No one is perfect and nothing is perfect. I'm glad that Moonglow Studio did this series, and from what we're seeing that we're gonna get, we already just saw the full blown like paint of Sailor Mercury, so I have very high hopes that they're gonna do the inner scouts. We're gonna get Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. I don't know if we're gonna get the outer Saiyan, if we're gonna get Chibi Moon, or we're gonna get Tuxedo Max. I don't know that because that's not 100% accurate, but from Mercury, it gives me the hopes that we're gonna get at least the inner Senshis from what it looks like. It's not like concrete, I don't have any information, just from looking at the figure of Mercury, I'm assuming that they're gonna do the inner Senshi. And I am absolutely collecting each and every one of them because I love the Inner Scouts. That's my favorite like group. I love the Inner Scouts, so I am definitely collecting this collection. And I'm so glad that I got Super Sailor Moon. I had no idea they were going to continue the series and make the other characters. I really thought it was just, you know, her figure alone. Because the majority of the time, so when they make large scales of Sailor Moon, it's just Sailor Moon. And the majority of the time, it's kind of hard to find other characters. But for this series, they actually went ahead and they just did Mercury. So high hopes. Fingers crossed they continue and make the other girls and that they really make this happen. Hola chicos, entonces voy a comenzar el video en español. Como vieron en el principio del video, la caja es bastante grande. Así que la figura es grande, no es que es inmensa, pero sí es bastante grande y la caja es inmensa. Me impresioné con el tamaño de la caja. Esto es el Moonglow Studios 18 para arriba Sailor Moon JK Statue Deluxe Version. La versión Deluxe es Super Sailor Moon. No sé por qué pusieron solamente Sailor Moon en el título del artículo. Dice nada más solamente Sailor Moon, pero es Super Sailor Moon en la realidad. Yo conseguí la Sailor Moon en Sugo Toys, la compañía Sugo Toys. Primera vez que yo compro con ellos. Nunca he comprado figuras anteriormente. Tomé el chance y la conseguí a través de ellos. Fue perfecto, me llegó. Lo ordené en junio 27 del 2021, hace un año. Como sabemos, las pre-orders siempre son esperar hasta que el artículo esté listo. Como vieron en el principio del video, la base es negra con pétalos de Sakura, que me encantaron. Me llamó mucho la atención que nunca he visto una base así, que tenía el dibujo de Sailor Moon, que es una arte de Sailor Moon de verdad oficialmente, porque la he visto en páginas de colorar. Y la pusieron por debajo de la base, que fue bastante interesante. Lo veo tan bonito. Y dice Moon Glow Sailor Moon. Lo único, como siempre le he comentado a ustedes, me gusta a mí personalmente es el color blanco. El blanco me llama mucho la atención y quisiera para las figuras que son como Magic Girls, especialmente Sailor Moon, que fueran blancas, pero le hicieron negra. Y tranquilamente no me voy a disgustar con esas cosas porque está bien hecha. Tiene la cosita azul que da por la vuelta y tiene el logo que sobresalta y tiene los pétalos de Sakura. Te dan como certificado el Moon Glow, que es el Compact de Sailor Moon del corazón con las alas. Y el mío fue el 47 de 228 que tenían ellos disponible. Me gusta mucho la figura, creo que es bella, honestamente. Nunca he tenido una Sailor Moon figura de resina tan grande en mi vida. Primera vez que la tengo tan grande. Tengo una que es bastante viejita, pero no tiene ese tamaño. Y esta, como es resina, lo único que deseara eran los colores azul. De Sailor Moon originalmente los colores de Super Sailor Moon son como todos los disfraces de Sailor Moon, que son azules, pero son azules oscuros. Y veo que en esta figura lo hicieron bastante claro, como le dieron un poquito de highlight en la saya, en el bot de la saya azul, pero el azul debajo de la saya no pega con la parte de arriba 100%. Es un poquito bastante diferente entre los dos. Es como el color igual, pero le hicieron tanto highlight en el borde de la saya que se ve más claro la saya. Entonces cuando vi eso, quisiera de verdad, honestamente, yo nunca casi me quedo de mis figuras, pero de verdad, honestamente, quisiera que por lo menos en el color azul oscuro, quisiera que fuera bien oscuro como el de Sailor Moon de verdad, como hicieron en la serie, como hicieron en la manga un poquito más claro. Pero hablando del anime, y ellos lo están basando en sobre el anime de los 90, quisieran que lo hicieran un poquito más oscurito. Y hablando de los colores, el cuerpecito de ella, que es el uniforme, la parte blanca, le pusieron bastante highlight y shading con el color azul, así que no se ve 100%, no sé, mi cámara lo cogió tan claro que se ve que es casi blanco. Y sí tiene blanco, pero es una mezcla entre los dos, blanco con azul, así que tiene tonificación y con azul, pero esa fue la parte que a mí como no me cuadró mucho. Quisiera que fuera blanco completo. Si ya que estaban haciendo el efecto de perla con la figura casi entera, que es como un perlado que sobrebrilla, que se ve bien bonito, que llama la atención. Pero el azul se ve en la parte blanca un poquito bastante. Quisiera que fuera blanco completo con el perla, pero lo hicieron como en el sentido que tuviera un poquito de highlight, pero fue tanto que se ve bastante azul. Y como mi cámara la filmó, que se ve muy blanco, porque las luces que se ven más blanco, entonces no se ve 100% azul. Quisiera que se viera como lo filmé en la cámara, que se ve más blanco, pero se ve un poquito más azul en la vida real. Como vieron en todos los detalles, si se fijan bien en la filmación, cuando filmé las botas, se ve que tenían un poquito de defecto, pero no una cosa que era tan notable. Tienes que, ¿verdad?, ponerte una lupa y fíjate en esas cosas, que es lo que yo comenté en inglés igual. En vez de las botas tener el color blanco, pusieron el color plateado, que se ve que se sobresale, que brilla. Como ellos quisieron, como dije, quisieron hacer el efecto de perla y de brillar, lo hicieron con las botas. En vez de blanco lo hicieron con plateado, entonces brilla bastante. Pero quisiera que fuera blanco, ese sí también quisiera que fuera blanco también. Los demás, el lazo rosado de Sailor Moon es bastante grande, es hermoso. Tiene igual los pétalos de Sakura que se ven, que sobresaltan. Está muy interesante, me llamó bastante la atención. Yo tuve duda en un momento que si era resina o no cuando aguanté el lazo, porque estaba tan bien hecho y tan suave, bien, quiero buscar la palabra smooth, bien liso es la palabra, bien liso y tenía igual highlights, tenía shading, tenía una tonificación muy bonita, le hicieron muy bella ay, no lo comenté en inglés, pero cuando vas a poner el lazo rosado con el compact, el brooch de Sailor Moon, ponlo antes de ponerlo en la base, no lo pongas en la base, ponlo primero con el corazón de Sailor Moon, que es el brooch. Hazlo primero con el brooch de Sailor Moon, que es el lazo, lo pones por atrás y después lo pones en la base para que no se te dañe. Es muy importante. Cuando uno tenga esta figura en las manos, ustedes se van a dar cuenta que tienes que hacerlo poco a poco y sin apuro. Y interesantemente no te dan un guide como poner esto, que es como sentido común y uno lo hace. Así que no tienes un guide, un menú como poner las cosas poco a poco, es como sentido común y solamente mirando la foto también como referencia, que me llamó mucho la atención, que normalmente estas cosas que son grandes te traen como un menú como voy a poner las cosas, pero es bastante sencillo, no es una cosa súper complicada, pero sí quise comentar sobre el lazo rosado grande con el brooch de Sailor Moon. Primero ponlo juntos los dos antes de ponerlo en la base. Y como comenté, igual que el disfraz es la parte blanca, los guantes también tenían el shading con el azul también, pero los guantes se ven un poquito más blancos comparado con la ropa, pero también quisiera que fuera completamente blanco igual como la ropa, pero no lo hicieron así, con el shading azul. Para terminar, mis amigos, quise decir que esto ha sido muy divertido de filmar. Ella me llegó ayer mismo en el correo y hoy mismo la pude filmar, la pude tomar mi tiempo, disfrutar de la figura. Es verdad que es una figura muy especial, muy bonita, muy detallada, muy bien pintada. Por primera vez, y eso nunca a mí me ha pasado con ningún artículo, ninguna figura, pero me puse, no sé si es con la edad que uno se pone así emocionada, pero me puse a llorar, pero eran lágrimas de felicidad. Me sentí muy emocionada porque es un personaje que me gusta mucho. Sailor Moon es de mi niñez. Yo sé que no sé si es la generación de nosotros que vivimos en el pasado, pero de verdad que es una cosa que uno como niño le gusta, lo admira, le encanta y como un adulto eso no ha cambiado en mí. Entonces tener esta figura y poder disfrutar de ella y poder verla en persona y tocarla y ponerla fue una experiencia muy bonita. De verdad que de todas las figuras por ahora que yo al filmado, ha hecho, ha compartido con ustedes, todas me han gustado, todas disfrutado, pero esta en particularmente, por ahora, en este momento puedo decir que me sentí muy, muy especial. No solamente por mí, pero me gusta compartir lo que yo he podido lograr y conseguir como coleccionista. Y ver esta figura en persona me impresioné porque yo lo dije en inglés, pero el día que la ordené me estaba sacando sangre, me estaba sacando análisis y estaba en el cuarto esperando para que me llamaran. Y en ese momento yo estaba en el proceso ordenando esta figura y yo estaba súper contenta y súper emocionada y hoy mismo que me llegó me dio por llorar porque fue normalmente todos mis pre-orders han sido un año y no es una cosa bien grande para mí, ya me he acostumbrado a ese tiempo de esperar, pero no sé por qué con Super Sailor Moon me puse así, me emocioné, es que me gusta mucho ese personaje, es algo de mi niñez, algo especial y verla en persona de verdad que me cogió el aliento, no sé, me impresioné mucho con ella y me gusta mucho su forma de ser como persona, como ella es, una chica muy amable, dulce, sin pensar en ella, pero siempre piensa en los demás, entonces me emocioné con eso. Mira, hablando ya ahora ya estoy media emocionada. Bueno. Quise también comentar que siempre en este video siempre trato de capturar siempre de cerca todos los detalles para ustedes. Para mí eso es muy importante en todas mis filmaciones. Es algo que yo siempre como coleccionista quise lograr, sí, hacer un canal en YouTube, que ya lo hice. pero siempre quisiera compartir lo que yo podía obtener, y cuando lo obteniera, filmarlo bien cerca. Y esta figura tiene tantos detalles. Puedo decir fácilmente que no tenía pintura fuera de su lugar. Eso sí lo puedo garantizar. Si habían partes en ciertas partes en las figuras que tenían como un poquito de efecto, o si había un rayoncito chiquitico, si lo había, no te voy a mentir, no, si lo había en esta figura mía que recibí. Pero no era una cosa que era, vaya, que sobresaliera, que era muy notable, que me molestara. Es algo que tienes que, ¿verdad?, acercarte para ver que está ahí y que es un defecto. Pero nada, como dije en inglés, nada es perfecto. Vivimos en un mundo que nada es perfecto, todo es imperfecto. Así que yo, cuando recibo estas cosas, no espero, tú sabes, lo máximo. Obviamente quiero que sea lo máximo, porque uno siempre paga por estas cosas porque son cosas cariñosas, y uno quiere siempre que que siempre estén en su mejor calidad. Y honestamente sí lo es. Como dije, nada es perfecto, pero es una cosa imperfecta pero perfecta en una forma. Entonces estoy muy muy contenta de poder compartir esto con ustedes, que pueden disfrutar igual, y como Sailor Moon fans podemos compartir esto y pueden ver de cerca todos los detalles que yo siempre trato de capturar para que ustedes los puedan ver. Y fue una cosa que disfruté honestamente bastante en este video, y me alegro mucho hacerlo, y me alegro mucho que lo pude filmar el próximo día que me llegó la figura. Bueno, chicas, ahora finalmente voy a terminar la filmación. Gracias por siempre ver mis videos. Por favor, dejen un comentario, dejen un like, y no se olviden de suscribirse a mi canal. Suscríbanse para que vean las otras figuras que tengo que van a venir. Tengo otras cositas que tengo guardadas que no las he sacado, y ahí están esperando que las filme. Tengo muchas cosas que quiero como coleccionista compartir con ustedes. Gracias por todo, y como siempre bien agradecida, y muchos besitos para todos. Alright, Moonies, this is officially done here. You can see me. Let's zoom in on Sailor Moon. And me. Hi, you guys. It's been so long that I've actually shown my face. I'm just mainly focusing now on my figures because I want you guys to just focus on that and see all the details from beginning to end. And I'm so excited that I got to share. Look, I have my phone of Sailor Moon. I want to do a Caseify video with you guys so you guys can see it. It's really nice. I have 3 cases. We'll talk about that because I have Android and there's something I need to say about that. But anyways, let's go back to this figure. Oh my god, you guys, I got emotional. Oh wow, I've been filming the logo with that thing all the time. Okay, hold on, let me just film that one more time. Wow, she looks amazing. Okay, this figure, I don't even know where to start because I am in love with Sailor Moon. She is my favorite superhero ever. And I am just blown away by this Resin. Yes, it is Resin. This is a Resin figure, so I love it. I love Resin. You guys already know that from my card captor Sakura, and I think my Sailor Moon bust figure. And I just couldn't not get this. When I saw this release, I just had to get it. I'm blown away. I have no words. I think she's the most beautiful thing on this planet. I love her eyes. I know some people protested about the paint job, and I think maybe in the long run I'll paint it. I'm not sure, 100% sure. I don't feel like doing that right now because I think she's just perfect. Happy about this. Like, I'm even wearing my shirt today, looking all cute. But oh my god, Sailor Moon. I'm sorry, Super Sailor Moon. She is just stunning. I am so happy I made this purchase as a pre-order. And I made Mercury, and I'm gonna make all the inner Senshis, Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. I can't wait for them to make them because they have like these extra accessories, and they have like, you know, like their makeup like item, they power up, and I love that. And I hope, I don't know if they're gonna do the outer Sentries, but we already got Mercury. I already pre-ordered her, so I am 100% sure they're gonna continue the inner Senshis. I hope they really do them all because I really want them all. I'm gonna get this whole line of the inner Senshi. Maybe they'll do Chibi Moon. If they do Chibi Moon, I might get her, but she is so beautiful. Sailor Moon, why are you so beautiful? Oh gosh, she's gorgeous. I'm so happy. Thank you, Jesus, that I had this opportunity. And guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I have more videos coming up, and since I already mentioned I was getting Mercury, you will be seeing these future girls here in my channel. So stick around, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!